So obviously in my last video, I made a video about how Marvel and the controversy surrounding it at the moment, they've been getting a lot of crap and a lot of shit for everything that's going on with the cancellation of Wonder Man and obviously the cancellation of Blade as well. Now the actors came out and talked about this and basically said that the reason is obvious. Now I think that's baffling, and obviously what comes with them saying this is the fans coming out and saying that Marvel are basically racist, that they don't like people of colour, and that these projects are getting cancelled because of that reason. And to be honest, I think it's complete and utter bullshit. I can't believe that people are actually saying this. I think it's baffling. Now, obviously, I don't want to make stuff like this on the channel. I don't want to make content like this because it isn't the content I want to make. I want to make positive Marvel content. I want to make positive movie content. But when I really see stuff like this, it does make me think, like, what kind of world we live in. And, like, it doesn't really surprise me when I really think about it, because with the projects we've got in the past, it's always come down to race. It's always come down to people of colour. And yeah, to be honest, it is just baffling that I need to talk about this again on the channel. But this is the last video I'm going to make about it, because it is ridiculous for us. Because people like this guy on TikTok and many other people, I'm not just singling out one person, there is a lot of people that say this on TikTok, talk about stuff like this with this picture, with the cancellation of Wonder Man and Blade being obvious, and then sideline Captain America and then Monica Rambeau. Like, are we being serious? Like, all of these are pretty obvious. I think they're all just shit excuses and shit examples of this argument and this fake argument they're trying to make up. With the cancellation of Wonder Man, I think that's all obvious. Can we all agree that the reason it was cancelled isn't because Kevin Feige and Marvel and Disney hate people of colour and hate black people? It was cancelled because if you actually read into the optics and the what happened with this show, it was the fact that the show was very low perceived. It wasn't liked by fans, and it was the lowest Marvel show we've got. Lower than Echo, lower than She-Hulk, lower than Miss Marvel, you name them, etc. Many other Marvel shows that haven't been very good amongst the fan base and have flopped, and this is one of them. And that's the lowest, actually, the lowest of lows. And will Marvel really greenlight and put millions and millions of dollars into a show that's not going to be liked by the fans just for the sake of a few 12 people, just to make them happy and make them shut up about how Marvel are racist? Do you really think they're going to waste that much money on a show that isn't highly perceived? Obviously not. Destin Daniel Cretton came out and said that the passion for the show was there. It's just from a business standpoint, they can't keep making these projects because it's just a waste of money and time and resources, when they can put it into projects like Ghost Rider, like Secret Wars, like Doomsday, that are going to be loved by the fan base, that they know is going to make them money, like Spider-Man as well. They're going to put their energy and attention into something, a project that is going to be liked amongst the fan base. Now, Blade is something that I can understand people's frustration with, because even Kevin Feige himself came out and admitted that he made a mistake, that he felt like a failure for not being able to do this project. Now, I think it's going to happen, or something's going to happen with Blade within the Midnight Suns. We're definitely going to get him in the future. But the overall argument that they stopped this show and cancelled it, and that they didn't do it over all these years because Kevin Feige doesn't like people of colour, is just such a stupid argument. It is such bollocks. It is such a stupid argument to make. And again, with Captain America being sidelined, I just can't see how people make this shit up, to be honest. It is baffling how people make this shit up, because Captain America being sidelined, I get, is another frustration. We haven't seen much of Sam Wilson's Captain America, which even I'm angry about. I would love to see more Captain America Sam Wilson, but I'm not stupid enough to come out and say that I think it's because they don't like people of colour and they're racist. Like, no, there's obviously a reason for that. The road and the story towards Avengers Doomsday hasn't been very bright for any character, to be honest. You look at Thor and some other characters that haven't had the best story leading up to these Avengers movies. It hasn't just been Captain America. It hasn't just been Monica. I mean, Monica, I don't know what they're doing with the Marvels, to be honest. But again, like, that was the only project since then that we've seen her in. And if we see her in Doomsday, amazing, great. It pays off that story in the Marvels. But coming and nailing it down to race is just baffling to me. I cannot see how people like this guy and other people on TikTok really come to the conclusion that it's because they hate people of colour. There was a very obvious reason for that. If you look at the analytics, if you look at the stats for this show right here specifically, you will see that it's not great. Now, if you're just looking at Rotten Tomatoes scores to back your argument up, then please look again, because Rotten Tomatoes scores means absolutely nothing. You could probably look at the worst movie of all time and it has a good Rotten Tomatoes score. IGN scores are always shit, and they're always wrong anyway. So you look at something like this, they mean nothing. If you look at the actual views for the show and the overall lifespan of how long the show was around and when it was out, it was lower than Echo and She-Hulk, and that's saying something. That is a really hard thing to do. So yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video. You know, I'm not going to talk about this subject anymore because I think it's a ridiculous one anyway. I can't believe people really do it. It's baffling that people make this bullshit up. But again, in the world we live in, within the entertainment world, it really doesn't baffle me when I really think about it. But yeah, I just wanted to make this quick video. Obviously, like and subscribe. Stick around for the channel. Obviously, there's going to be more positive content to with Marvel. We've got a lot to look forward to. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.